Hey everybody, it's Tracy. Let me shut down everything. Sorry, I had to shut my Facebook down so we don't have lots of dings. I get lots of notifications, and I don't want you to hear all of my dings. I don't know about you guys, but I hear them in my sleep. So they're good things. Sometimes they're good dings, not always. But I'm Tracy. I know that I know a lot of you guys. That it's my favorite Thursday when we get to hang out live on air and talk about a few things and train and get you guys excited and motivated as we head into the last week of June and just kind of talk about some business tips and get your questions answered. So I have my Q&A pulled up here on my iPad, so hopefully you've got your questions there, and if not, you can put them there. I try to see them as best I can, if they come up during my little broadcast here. But if not, I'll definitely try to get that on the next week or address it on the page with you. So I apologize if I ever forget, a message or a question or whatnot. So tonight, I want to talk to you about the, finishing June strong. It's the 25th. I mean, we seriously have an entire week of June left to go and to push hard. And you guys, I have seen miracles happen in a week, in just a matter of days. And I know some of you are pushing for some promotions and maybe see that volume and it's not where you want it to be. Well, let me tell you, in wrap world, a week can be an eternity. So don't give up on your goal for this month. You really can achieve whatever you want to do. If you need some volume, start reaching out to people and messaging people and going in and sealing the deal with some people that are sitting on the fence and saying, hey, I'm really going for a promotion this month, or I'm trying to reach a goal. Can we get you started? Would you be willing to help me so we can get you started? Something like that. And just, the fortune's in the follow-up, they say. So I guarantee you'll get some people that are willing to help you and jump on board with you if you're ready to do that. So every single day be working, set a goal, whatever it is. Even if you're not promoting, set a goal. If you want to sign 2 customers, if you want to bring a distributor on, whatever the case is, set a goal. And for the next week, make sure that every day you're working towards that goal. It doesn't have to be huge, just something personally that you would like to accomplish in the next week. So, but push really hard. Make sure that, you're commission qualified. That's really key. If not, you need to call customer service and maybe have them like rerun an auto ship or something like that. But that's a key process to you and a lot of people in your organization. So another thing that has been on my mind lately is a couple of things, the steps of success. Guys, we are not getting our steps of success done. And I can't emphasize enough that that's actually my most favorite part of this business. We have a simple roadmap, not sales quotas, nothing like that. We have a roadmap. If you want to promote, if you want to make those higher income numbers, you need to follow and complete your steps of success. I'm not saying that you should feel like a failure if you don't get them done or anything like that, but I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that last month I had a contest out for, our Diamond Leaders put out a contest for anybody who completed their steps to success, got entered into a drawing for $100 cash that you had to go spend on yourself and only yourself. And guess what, guys? Nobody did it. Nobody entered it. Nobody got theirs done, except for me. I got mine done. Barely, like right at the end of the month, and I wasn't gonna, I'm not gonna pay myself, so I want to pay you guys. And those steps to success, it's just an added bonus for you guys to go and have fun. It's how you're building your business already, so it's just an extra little fun project. But there was nobody that claimed it, and I'm telling you, if you want to build your business, you need to complete your steps. So make sure that you are reaching out to people and setting a manageable goal each week. Make it your goal. I want to bring on 1 customer and 1 distributor. Guys, that is doable. That's very, very doable. And maybe you get them all done in 2 weeks, or maybe you get them all done in, takes a whole month, or maybe it all mashes into 1 week, and that's okay. That's great, actually. Just keep going and seeing what else you can accomplish. You never stop just because you get them done. But we want to not only be doing them ourselves, you want to be helping your team and training your team to do that too. That those steps ought to be hung up somewhere that you can see them every month. Mine, I carry with me all the time. They're in my purse, in my planner, and I always know how I'm, doing and what I need to finish my month strong and to get those steps done. So, they're also great when I have those steps of success written out. They're a great record for me so that I know who I signed, when I signed them, I put a little note where they came from, and then I just flip through my steps to success when I'm doing my follow-up, so that I, it's very easily at my fingertips to be able to follow up with those customers. So steps to success, make sure that you understand that that is the building block to our business. 4 customers, 3 distributors, everybody repeats, teach your team to do the same thing. And this business will explode. It will literally boom right in front of you when you're doing the steps and teaching the steps. We cannot ask our teams to, and the people that we bring on board to build their business if we're not doing the steps as well. So, as every member of this team, doesn't matter what rank you are, needs to be doing the steps of success. So please, please, please focus on that as you're finishing June, and get those steps done, and teach your team to do the same thing. Show them how simple they are. That is really what brought me to the business. It was kind of the tipping point as I was thinking about doing this, and I knew what the steps were, and I thought, I can do that. I can do that. And it seems very manageable and achievable. So make sure that that's what you're doing, that's what you're teaching. Also on my mind lately has been confidence. There are a lot of people that, for whatever reason, don't seem to have a very high opinion of network marketing. I don't really know what to say about that. When I first came into the business, I didn't have an opinion at all. I didn't have a negative opinion or a good opinion. I just didn't have an opinion. And so it's really easy, I think, to let others sway you. And I want to just put it out there. People tell me that I seem confident in what I do. And you know what? They're dead on. I am confident in what we do. I know that this business works. I know that if you complete the steps, if you teach the steps, and you run an 80 BB auto ship, and you're constantly every day doing at least a little something to grow your business, you will grow. Your business will work. Your check will increase. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen in a month or 2 months, but I'm telling you, if you're persistent, if you're consistent, and you do those steps and you believe in what you're doing, then this works. The problem is, in my opinion, one of the breakdowns is that we don't believe this is going to work. There's a whole lot of us wishing and hoping and praying that it works, but not believing that it works, not being confident in what you do. If you're excited about what you do, other people will be excited with you, but you've got to be confident. You have got to grow some thick skin and know and anticipate that not everybody gets this business, and that's okay. You cannot let anything derail you from your belief in the business. It happens over and over and over. You're not derailing me. I know this business works. I've watched it for myself. I've watched it from my friends and family, and time again, people around me, sidelines, uplines, downlines. It works. As long as you're willing to put in the work, as long as you will own what you do. Be proud of what you do. What's so great about being normal anyway? So what if we're a little weird? So what if people think what we do is different? I want to read you a quote that one of my dear friends put out today, and it just couldn't be more true. Let me find it. It's on my phone. It's on a picture. And I want you to really take this in and understand this. If someone's opinion has the power to take you off course, just make sure they are paying your bills 10 years from today, because they just stole your future. I want you to think about that. If you are really hung up on what a family member, so Aunt Susie said your raps, and she told everybody your raps didn't work. So what? Move on from Aunt Susie. So one of your friends did network marketing and failed miserably. So your friend's not paying your bills. They maybe weren't in the right company. They maybe did a lot of net wishing and not a lot of networking. Maybe you didn't have the month you wanted to have. So you keep going. You just keep going, and you just keep sharing, offering the products and the opportunity to people, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. So again, I'm going to read this again because it struck me that much today. How many people fall victim to this? If someone's opinion has the power to take you off course, just make sure they are paying your bills 10 years from today, because they just stole your future. So don't let anybody do that to you. You have in your hands an amazing opportunity with great products and a simple business model that works, that's affordable to get into, affordable to run, period. End of story. So get to the point where you believe it, you own it, you're proud of it, and you work it. That's my advice to you in being confident in what you do. Not everybody gets it, and you know what? That's a good thing. If everybody did this, there wouldn't be as much money to go around as what they're paying us. So believe in what you do and know that this business can change your life. We have a lot of new people who've come in and their family is not being supportive, and they didn't immediately jump on board, and it's totally caught them off guard. You know, I was lucky. My family did support me in this. My husband said, hey, whatever, you know, do your thing. But not everybody does that. Sometimes your friends, sometimes you'll get a hater that'll just, oh my gosh, make you want to crawl into your shell. And that's normal for just a little bit. You know what I mean? I just recently had somebody kind of zing me a little bit. And I was like, ugh. You know, for a second, I was like, that sucks. I wish they didn't think that about me. People kind of avoid me at church, which I think is kind of funny. That's okay. You know, I'm over it because they don't pay my bills. And in 10 years from now, guess what's going to happen? They're going to wish they'd been with me, that they had joined me when I offered them the opportunity. So you guys just keep plugging away. And all of you newbies, you must know that we believe in you, that we were all where you were. Every single one of us started where you were at, and you can do it. Even if you're off to a slow start, don't quit. Don't give up. Be consistent. 1 post a day minimum. Reach out to 3 people a day. Are you telling me you can't do that? 1 Facebook post and 3 people. 3 people reach out to you about this opportunity. That's 30 Facebook posts and almost 100 messages or reach outs for people that are maybe interested in a product or hosting a rap night for you or joining the business. That's it. You can do that. Every single person in this business can do that. You want to double your efforts? Go for it. Twice a day post, 6 people a day message. Don't tell me that you don't have time to do that. Don't tell me that you don't have the nerve to do that. If you don't, then you're right. You may not be in the right business. But I can't tell you how fortunate I feel that we are in a business that anybody can do. Absolutely anybody can do it. There's no special qualifications except that you're driven, you believe in yourself, and you won't quit. You'll better yourself every day, and you grow your business with just a little bit of time as long as you believe in what you're doing, okay? And that's my soapbox for this. Confidence. Gosh darn it, believe in yourself. Believe in what you do. I believe in you. All of your leaders believe in you. I believe in this business, and I know it works. So let's get to your questions. Okay. Ellen wants to know how to get people to commit to wrap parties. Well, first of all, I kind of avoid the word party. I like to use the word wrap night. That word party scares people sometimes. You know, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that parties have been one of my strong suits. I don't mind parties. I'll do them. But sometimes, you know, it's not always, I don't have my calendar just lined up with parties. Some of you guys are fantastic at that. And I'm not going to lie, it's a really good way to knock your steps to success out, like in, you know, just one night. You get 4 customers in one party or more. So, but honestly, you got to help people to understand that they're simple, that they don't need food, they don't need food, they just need water. And you can even say, hey, would you do me a favor? I'm just starting my business up. Would you help me by let me doing a practice party with you? I just started this business. I want to get better. And would you help me do a practice party by just having some people over? Use the word practice party. Ambassador Diamond Lisa Fuller uses that word, and I think it's a great idea. Call it a practice party. If you're past that and you're doing extra parties, then just say, you know, people love free stuff. Say, if you want to try this for free, just, you know, would you be willing to have a few people over? I'm trying to reach a goal this month, and let everybody wrap and just sample. It'll be in and out in an hour. Carry 1 bag in, 1 bag out. Keep it simple. You don't want to lug in. When I first started, I had 4 or 5 bags and laundry baskets and stuff. It was so overwhelming, and you know, parties were not how I was getting distributors in the beginning, because it didn't look duplicatable. That's the key, is you've got to make that party look duplicatable. But you just have to ask. You have to be brave enough to ask and put it out there that you know, if somebody will ask them if they'll have a little wrap night for you. Have your friends over, help you get better at what you're doing, and do that. That's the best advice I could give you, just to keep asking. Go find those people who have that blue personality, who are just the life of the party and love free stuff. Those blues will have parties for you, I guarantee it. Okay, Desiree wants to know what to say to a potential loyal or potential distributor that says they don't have the money right now. This is a good question, and we run into this literally every day. If you haven't yet, you will. The truth of the matter is, everybody has, let's talk about the distributor side. Everybody has $100. Everyone has it. We just choose to spend it in different ways. You know, there are people that have started this business with their rent money and with their utility money because they believed in it that much. I was very fortunate. I didn't have to pick or choose that. I saw the business and knew that the business model worked. But let me tell you, you are going to run into, more often than not, people that say they don't have the money to start. Number one, those are the people that need this business the most. So stick with them. So many people are conditioned to remain in poverty and remain poor and remain unable just to have, you know, the nice things that life has to offer and just opportunities. And they just don't believe that anything's going to come their way that can change that. So stick with people that don't think that. Help them, you know, offer them a way to pre-sell their wraps. If you're local to them, you know, help sell them your wraps and they get to keep the profit, you know, while they have the wrap night. Maybe host a launch party for them and use your wraps and let them keep the cash to get started, the profit to get started. Let's see. But you have to be honest with people like that. You have to let them know, and sometimes it's a blunt conversation, that you do have $100. You just spend it on something else. Why not invest it in something that has the chance to change their future? Because if nothing changes, then nothing changes. And you might be the missing piece that they've been looking for, but not if you say, oh, okay, never mind. You maybe have to give them some options, understand where they're coming from. A lot of people are very tight, in a tight spot financially. That's not unusual. You have an opportunity to offer them. You can offer them hope. You can offer them something that can bring in additional income and help them provide for their families, whether it's just food on the table or swimming lessons or something like that they want to provide for their families. So many people are looking for something to provide something better for their kids. And you have that. So never hide what you have. Put it out there. Help people to understand that. When it comes to the products, you know, people will think that it's a luxury that they can't afford. Maybe when it comes to the wrap, that's true. But let's talk about maybe the greens or something that helps them be healthy, something that helps them lose weight. The products are not expensive when you look at them in that regard. So what I would say to that is maybe politely say, you know, do you go to Starbucks? Do you go to the movies? Do you go to, do you go to McDonald's? Then you do have money for that stuff. You know, you just need to reshift it in a healthier way. So maybe find a way to say that to them. You know, some people are not going to be convinced. But I can honestly tell you, especially when you're speaking of the business side, that if you framework it and you offer them that hope and you kind of show them the window that you can help them change what didn't seem changeable, then I guarantee you're going to have a little bit of success with that. And just be thoughtful and show that, give them hope, give them the opportunity to better themselves and help them see where if they could be determined enough to find a way. $99 is a lot of money. That's not the issue. It's a lot of money for anybody. It's just you have to help them see, change their vision, change their mindset, that it's not spending money. This is buying a business and giving you an opportunity to change your life. And then when people come into your business like that, you've got to get them running. You can't just sign them up and then just leave them and not show them pretty quickly how to start making money by getting the wrap on people, things like that. So provide hope. We are hope brokers. We can help a lot of people, you know, do what they think they couldn't do. And you're just the window. You're just the spark to help them do that. So, okay, Sandy talked about using your time wisely. A lot of you guys have full-time jobs. Most of you do, I would say, and that's a great question. Time management is really key, because mindlessly surfing the Facebook and social media is not making you money, okay? You've got to be intentional with your time. Here's what I tell people that are really busy. I brought some people into my business that are very busy right now. And I did give you one little hint already, one suggestion. one Facebook post, 3 people to reach out a day. You can have that done in 5-10 minutes. You've got 5-10 minutes. Okay, everybody has 5 to 10 minutes a day. Do it while you're going to the bathroom, for all I care. You've got 5 to 10 minutes a day to reach out to a certain number of people and work that hundreds list. The hundreds list is something that everybody should have when you first start. I did this before somebody even knew. I was like, I'm going to make a list of all the people that I want to talk to, and it was 3 pages long of people that would be interested that you want to talk to. About everybody I knew was on that list for the products, for maybe a wrap night, for the business. You need to be working that every day. Find 3 people off that list, or follow up with 3 people. That's how you're going to do that. But you've got to be intentional with your time. If you've got 10 minutes, then use 10 minutes. If you've got an hour, sit down and use an hour. And I mean, put those conversations off to the side. Unless somebody's texting you about signing up, then everything else goes to the wayside, and you're reaching out. You're growing your business. You can deal with customer service issues, team issues, questions, all of that later. Right now, you're growing your business. We all have growing teams, and I'm here to tell you, you can get your time caught up and wasted, and just all of a sudden hours have passed and you don't know what you did by either being on Facebook too much, being in Facebook conversations too much that are not growing your business, texting too much, answering questions that people should be finding themselves. So you've got to be careful and guard your time. I think it's a good idea to have certain days that, to stay organized. The less time you have, the more organized you have to be. So I think it's great to Mondays, and I try to follow this. Mondays is my distributor check-in day. I want to know what people's goals are. Usually by Friday, I'm following up with people. You should set a day for following up with loyal customers. You should, we're all super busy. By the time you get home from work, you got to feed your kids and this and that. I get it. You may only have a certain small window each day, but if you're intentional with it, make a list. You've got to make lists. And I think this is a key piece of anybody's business and staying organized. The night before, when you're going to bed, make a list of 6 things you're going to do. Everything else goes by the wayside until those 6 things are done for your business. Follow up with 3 people. Follow 50 people on Instagram. Post on Facebook. Message 3 people. Whatever that list, 6 things that you're going to do, and set aside time to do that, whether it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and that's what you do. But set certain days for certain tasks. And then again, try to manage extra conversations, extra things that are going on that aren't growing your business. I'm not saying that you don't have to deal with it. We all have, issues that arise and problems and questions that come, and that's great. I'm all about training my new girls, but I need to run my business too. I can't grow my business. I can't complete the steps to success if all I'm doing is handling other people's problems and questions and this. So I tell my new girls, there's no such thing as too many questions. But I also need to direct them on how to find the answers to those too, because the bigger your organization gets, you're going to find that the less time you have to do stuff like that. You want to teach people how to do it for themselves. That's how you create leaders and layered leadership. So set certain days, make a 6 list, and what you have to dedicate to it, 10 minutes, 15, half an hour, do it. Sit down and do it, and put everything else, all distractions aside to do that. And your business can still grow with that. We have plenty of people who promoted to presidential and ambassador with full-time jobs. So I know it can be done. Let's see here. Amber says, what do you tell a friend who is pregnant and too sick to really get out of the house to work or business? So many potentials are afraid to join if they're pregnant. That's kind of a tough one. Again, you have to kind of change the mindset. I don't know if I would have joined if I was pregnant. A lot of things get put off until after the baby's born, maybe not even just businesses, a lot of things, if you think back to when we had kids. So just kind of reassure them. And I signed a girl who was a week before she had a baby. And, I'm not gonna lie, she had to push hard to get those 4 loyal customers, but she did. And you can find a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. And if somebody really is determined if that's what they want to do, I don't know if there's a great answer for that. All you can do is tell them that they can still work their business. Maybe have that kit ready for them when they get there. Their wraps are going to be there after they have their baby. That they'll be ready to go as soon as they have a baby. It's exhausting to have a kid and a brand new baby in your life, and so it's going to take a special kind of person to really launch and go hard when, when they just had a baby, but it's possible. So definitely put that option out there for them, that it doesn't have to stop them from doing anything. Understand that, they might be a little sleepy, but also you can use that as a window to grow your business. If they're sitting there rocking a baby, they can be on their phone and their thumbs are working, and they can message people and a baby in one hand and bottle in the other. You can still message people and work on that when you've got a sleeping baby. So that's what I would say. Just find those people who are really looking for that kind of thing. So, okay. So last question, and this is a suggestion, and I really liked this. Comes from Michelle. So it's something we're going to cover. And we've covered just a little bit of this, but basically it is when we have a lot of people who think that they cannot sell, which I don't like that word, but they can't boom their business if they don't have that they have a product they don't believe in yet. So here's what happens. So you wait for your kit, and then you wrap, and then you want to do your full treatment. That's going to take you a couple weeks. Lo and behold, you're almost 4 weeks into it. Then you figure out that you don't have enough money to run your auto ship because you haven't sold any wraps. You're not making any money. You didn't get your free product credit to turn around and get free wraps. So there lies the danger in waiting to get your kit to do anything at all. I'm not a good example of this, but I have some people that I'm working with right now that are just blowing my mind. They don't even have their kit yet. Okay, they're just a few days into their business, and they're already calling their moms and their cousins and their sisters, and they're like, oh, their mind's just going everywhere. They don't even have a kit yet. Michelle Carpenter, Double Diamond on her page, is a good example. She had all 4 of her loyal customers and had earned her 120 free product before she ever got her kit in her hands. And that's a great example of really getting started quickly. So you've got to get started. If money is really an issue and you need to make money from this business, then don't wait. Get those loyal customers. Our ambassador diamond, Lori Conway, challenges her new girls to get their loyal customers, their first 4, in 72 hours. Their first 72 hours. So come back to me and get those 4 loyal customers. Call your cousin, call your mom, call your sister, your neighbor, your coworker, your best friend, your boyfriend, your boyfriend's mom, your brother's girlfriend, all of the people that you can think of to touch base with. And there are some loyal customers in there, people that will support you in your new business. I'm like Michelle. I had never seen a wrap before I decided to become a distributor. So I didn't let that stop me. I knew. My friends said they worked. I knew they worked. I knew it. I believed that. I borrowed her belief until I had that. My first wrap, I did it wrong. It didn't do anything because I did it wrong. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew they still worked. So guess what? I wrapped again. And that second wrap was just mind-blowing for me. You have to borrow the love for the product and the love for the business when you're first getting started. Borrow some excitement. Borrow your upline's belief in what this business can do for you. That party pad is there for a reason. It shows you the steps. It shows you the business model. Shows you how tells you about the wrap. We would not be a $1 billion company if we sold products that did not work. So just know that it's going to work for you. It's going to work for your customers. And with that belief, that's how you get bold. That's how you say, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, let's go do this together. That's how you say, I've got 4 wraps coming in. Do you want one? That's how you say, can you help me launch my business and become a customer? You've got to get bold. You've got to quit being so timid. You've got to believe in yourself. And until you have that solid belief in the products, I know you get them like, oh, I hope these work. Well, they do work, or we wouldn't be the kind of company growing as fast as we are. So it's very important that you get started. As soon as you get that product, get the wrap on people. Get it on yourself, get it on other people, but start wrapping, because when you're wrapping people, you're bringing in customers, you're bringing in distributors. One of my last distributors came to be a loyal customer, and I just casually said something about the business, and she said, tell me about that. It just that simple. But it was the product that led us to that. So, and typically it's the wrap that will put you in that situation. So, get that wrap people, get that wrap cash. That'll pay for your auto ship. The wraps bring on customers, the wraps bring on distributors, and that's how you run your business. We are paid to ask people to wrap. It's that simple. We are paid to ask people to wrap. We don't have to prove that the wrap works. All we have to do is ask people to wrap, and the wrap speaks for itself. The wrap does the work. It does what it says it's going to do. So borrow the belief that your upline has in the product and in the business until you get that. If we don't ask people to wrap, they won't wrap, and your business will close. Literally, the doors to your business will close. If you're never asking anyone to wrap, then you're going to be out of business eventually. So make sure that you're wrapping your stuff, that you're being a product of the products, that you're sharing that excitement. But above all, be bold. Don't wait for your kit. Don't wait for that full package of 4 for your results, because it's going to make that first auto ship a little tough. If you're strapped for cash, then don't wait. You have got to get out of the gate strong so that you're wrap cash in your pocket, auto ship covered, you're ready for your next month's order of wraps to come in. Get the wrap on people, get your first 4 loyal customers quickly, and that way you're going to have 2 boxes of wraps on the way, actually 4 with your applicator rewards, and that's how we get started. We all get started the same way, but the problem is some of us don't get started at all. And then we're done before we started because we just waited for our kit. We waited because I'm not sure if those work. I got a question for you. Why are you signing up to be a distributor for a product that you're not sure that works? Kind of begs the question, doesn't it? Why? Why would you do that? I mean, in the back of your mind, you know they work. You know they do. And that's why you became a distributor, because you wanted to share with other people, and you don't want them to hear about it from anybody else. I wanted people to hear about it from me. And so you want to make sure that they're hearing about it from you. Okay, I'm going to make sure. Thank you, Michelle, for that point. That's a great point. Be bold and be fast. Okay, work quickly. Doesn't mean you have to work 10 hours on your wrap business a day. I really hope you're not doing that. I'm not doing that. And just don't wait for your kit to arrive. Be bold. Get the wrap on people. That wrap will bring wrap cash, customers, and distributors to you. Okay? The wrap works. Period. End of story. All right. Let me make sure I've got all your questions real quick because we are out of time. Michelle says I'm obsessed with you. Girl crush. Okay, let's see. Real quick. The difference between assuming the sale and being a pushy salesperson, confidence. Boils down to confidence. I'm not pushy about anything, but you best believe that I believe in what I do. I believe in the products. You're not going to convince me otherwise. You're not going to convince me that the wrap doesn't work. You're not going to convince me that the business doesn't work. I'm confident. I believe in what I'm doing, and no one's going to sway me from that. So to me, if you were to ask me a short answer to that, how to be the difference between a pushy salesperson, I mean, if you're following up with the same person who's not giving you an answer every week, it might start to border on pushy. I leave those people alone after a while. They know what I do, and I'm still doing it 3 years later. That consistency and persistence is what's bringing people back to me. But when I present the opportunity and people look at me sometimes like I'm crazy, doesn't deter me. So I think everybody else is crazy for not doing what we do. That's how I look at it. So real quick, let's see also, when you join groups on Facebook, how do you incorporate it? It works in quickly without turning them away. You don't. You can't just jump in there and start being a salesperson. You have to build relationships. I'm glad you asked that. This is a business of relationships. You've got to build relationships. I have signed some loyal customers this month from the efforts I've made in growing my circle. I joined a women's networking group, and I got to present my business offer, my little 5-10 minute spiel, and I shared I showed them a dry wrap, and I sampled the greens with them, and I signed 2 loyal customers on the spot. And then one of them asked me to come to their women in networking group and present in front of a room of 25 Mary Kay people. I'm not there to try to recruit people on the business, but again, I showed them the wrap. They're getting ready to go to their annual seminar, which is like our conference, and want to look good in their evening gowns. And I sampled the greens. And so I've had some people contact me from there. That's how you do that. You can't get into a group and, it's good to let them know what you do, but you can't instantly start trying to sell and all that. You have to be a person, be a human being, and share and understand that it takes time. Network marketing takes time. It's not overnight. And that's the real thing I want you guys to know, is that if you'll just please believe me, please just take my word for it, that if you will get in, if you will stay in, and you will work, you work every day to do something. Doesn't have to be a ton of hours, but do something every day and remain confident and do your very best to complete those steps. It works. It just does. This business will work. You will promote to those ranks. That income is real, and in some cases low on average. You'll do it if you'll stay with it. So, you guys, I really appreciate your questions. I appreciate this time that you have to hang out with us. We'll be back with our team call next Thursday night, and back here hanging out live in a couple of weeks. So keep those questions coming. If I missed anything, put it on the page. It's always, that's your stomping grounds for learnings, and also with your uplines and anybody that can support you. So have a good night, guys. See you later.